Have you ever wondered what makes us? Well, us? What separates humans from every other species on this planet? A big part of the answer is right here, inside our heads. Our brains are ridiculously powerful, but they weren't always this way. Let's travel back in time, way back, to about 3.9 million years ago, to uncover the mystery of how our brains started their incredible growth spurt. Imagine a world vastly different from ours. No skyscrapers, no internet, just sprawling savannas and dense forests. Our ancestors, early hominins like Australopithecus, were just getting by. Their brains were about the size of a modern chimpanzee's, roughly 450 cubic centimeters. They walked on two legs, which was a huge advantage, freeing up their hands. But the real game changer was what happened next. For millions of years, brain size barely budged. Then something kicked our evolution into high gear. What was it? The answer isn't a single thing, but a perfect storm of challenges and opportunities. First, let's talk about food. The climate was changing, becoming drier and more unpredictable. The lush forests started to shrink, and the open grasslands expanded. This meant our ancestors had to adapt or die. Easy-to-get fruits and leaves became scarcer. So, they had to get creative. This is where tools come in. At first, they were simple stone flakes, but they were revolutionary. With these, our ancestors could do something new. Access high-energy food that was previously off-limits. They could butcher carcasses left behind by larger predators, scraping meat off bones and, crucially, cracking those bones open to get to the rich, fatty marrow inside. Marrow is like a superfood for the brain. It's packed with lipids and nutrients, the perfect fuel for building a more complex neural network. This new diet created a feedback loop. Better food meant more energy for the brain. A bigger, smarter brain was better at finding food, making tools, and outsmarting competitors. It's like upgrading your computer's processor. Suddenly, you can run much more demanding software. Our ancestors started to solve more complex problems. How to track animals, how to coordinate a group hunt, how to remember where the best resources were. Social life also played a massive role. As our ancestors' brains grew, so did the complexity of their social groups. Living in larger groups has its benefits: better protection from predators, more help with raising offspring, but it's also mentally demanding. You have to keep track of who's your ally, who's a rival, who owes you a favor. This social chess game required new cognitive skills, empathy, communication, and the ability to understand others' intentions. Some scientists call this the social brain hypothesis. The idea that our intelligence evolved primarily to navigate our complex social worlds. Language, or at least the precursor to it, likely began to develop during this time as well. It's being able to communicate more effectively about threats. Food sources or plans would have been a massive survival advantage. This drove the development of specific brain regions like Broca's and Wernicke's areas, which are crucial for language in modern humans. The more complex the communication, the more brain power you need. So, it wasn't one magic bullet. It was a combination of climate change forcing a dietary shift, the innovation of tool use, unlocking high-energy foods like bone marrow, and the increasing complexity of social life. Each factor pushed the others forward. A better diet fueled a bigger brain created better tools and more complex societies. And these complex societies demanded an even bigger brain. It was an evolutionary rocket ship, and it launched our species on a trajectory unlike any other. From the humble beginnings of a chimp-sized brain 3.9 million years ago to the incredible thinking machine we each have today, it's been a wild ride. The story of our brain is the story of humanity itself, a tale of adaptation, innovation, and connection. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this journey back in time, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into what makes us human. See you next time.